Soul Family. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Keisha, and here on this YouTube channel, I love to deliver healing messages, informative messages, self-reflection messages through tarot. Hello, Soul Tribe. Hope this message is reaching you well. Happy Pisces season. This intro might be a bit of a long one. We're going to take a look to see if the new moon in Pisces has a message for you. A little bit about my astrological chart. I have a Mercury in Pisces, my midheaven is in Pisces, and my north node is in Pisces. And all of those planets is sitting in my 9th and 10th house. So I wanted to get this video out probably 2 days ago, but when I tell you I felt all that heavy Pisces energy sitting at the top of my chart, sitting in my very public houses, I was going through it. So I wanted to do this pick a card to see if anybody else is going through it and maybe can offer and help with a little bit of guidance. So Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It carries with it every single experience of all the signs. Pisces is a mutable water sign. It is a dreamy and it's an illusion sign. It's a contradictory sign as well. It's not the best for communication. It's not the best at and for understanding like these earthly things. Pisces represents the deep and the unseen. So this is a time, especially Pisces and new moon, this is the time of extreme shadow work. This is about going deep into your subconscious, deep into your psyche, and bringing out some of those things that's causing you shame, some of the things that you feel embarrassed about, scared to talk about, fearful to talk about, things that happened to you in your past, friendships or mistakes. This is the time to go deep down and suss through some of that shadow work, see what has to go, face what has to go, and see if it's some of the driving force behind the actions and things that you do today and get rid of it. I'll give you an example with mine. When I started this channel, I vowed to be open and honest, and I was going through the most craziest kind of shadow mental attack possible. Like all negative things from my past was just coming up, and all I can hear was just nasty voice in the back of my head just telling me like, you're not a good person, you're not shit, you did this before, you did this wrong, you didn't finish that when you said you was, you're not a good friend, you did this to a friend. So I had like all these, I guess I could say I was repressing them. I had all these like repressed thoughts and repressed feelings that I wasn't dealing with. I was trying to not deal with them with being more productive in the present, and I was actually giving into the thoughts more than I thought I was. I hope this is making sense. I have Pisces and Mercury. Words sometimes escape me. So I had to sit down, go through some of those shadows, thought, and give myself extreme love, compassion, and patience. I did not push down the thoughts. I didn't want to not think about it and think about what I'm going to do next instead of doing that before. I sat with them. I let them come up. I gave them airtime. I was compassionate to them and I was compassionate to myself. And I felt the attack like coming down and down and down and down. I started to feel a little bit better. I made some corrections that I wanted to make, and I set some different goals based on being able to sit with that shadow work. But it was an awful attack. I was not well. I was not well. So I hope that gives a little insight into what we'll be looking in today, just to help you navigate this crazy Pisces season. All right, so let's get to the pick a card the topic. Let's get to the piles. All right, so these are, and my partner told me that I got to get better with naming the crystals. These are sea urchin fossils. They're very old. I believe he has about 3 of them, and anytime I touch them, once again, I have those deep ocean Pisces placements and a Cancer rising. Anytime I touch them, I almost feel like high, like it's giving me so much energy. So hopefully one of these two can help you pull your intuition. But this is pile number 1. And I'll bring the sea urchin fossil up. She's beautiful. That's pile number 1. And this is pile number 2. And I'll bring the sea urchin up. Oh, look at that. All right, so you want to choose which pile speaks to you, your intuition, the sound warning. All right, I will see you at your pile selection. Hello, pile number 1. If you were drawn to the first sea urchin fossil along with the scorpion and attuned to the divine, then this pile is, this is your reading. So what first am I picking up? So during this Pisces season, I'm definitely picking up you are not, you do not shy away from those deep, dark thoughts. You do not shy away from them. There are certain things coming up for you this Pisces season. Something about balance. What's coming up? How to help you navigate this Pisces season? Attune to the divine. Yeah, you are not a stranger to some of the deep, darker thoughts. You might spend more time alone, have a few select people in your life that you trust. It feels like very rarely do you let people like into your circle. And when you do, those people become a part, important to you. But there's a certain level of balance that is coming up that you must need to obtain, or Pisces season is trying to help you figure that out. Come on, give me one more card, Spirit. Let's see. This one wants to come out. Ooh, the High Priestess. 2 of Cups in reverse in the back. All right. There's something out of balance. There's something out of balance. There's something a little bit off. Was there a relationship or a situation? There's a situation or relationship. It'll be different for different people. There's a situation, there's a relationship. There's something that happened in the past. Maybe you felt like you handled it a certain way, and now it's coming up that maybe that wasn't the right or correct way to handle it. Maybe somebody did something wrong to you, and then like you gave them retribution, and now that's coming up. Maybe you've been trying to like justify it a little bit. But there's feelings and there's things that's coming up from this particular situation. What's behind that? Yeah, there was something fast. Conflict 8 of Wands. Okay. Yes. Yeah, there's a pain, there's a shame, there's a wound. It is a, because you're not shy to going into like sitting with yourself in those deep dark emotions. there's something that happened. I feel like it's a particular event. There's a particular situation that something happened. Something went down. It could be a close friend that you felt betrayed by, a job that you felt betrayed by, a partner, a parent, a spouse. It's something that you felt betrayed by. And there's a Pisces season is bringing up maybe a different view. And I don't know if you want to or can't accept it. This attuned to the divine card is saying for you to sit with spirit, to sit with your higher self, and I guess see a different narrative or way of looking at that situation. How can you bring more maybe love and compassion into you, the other person, or the situation, period. It has to be looked, in order for you to get to the next step of what you're trying to do or accomplish or evolve, there is a need to go back and look at this particular event in a very different way. It's calling for you to call on your higher self and for them to come back and show you how you would look at it once you've evolved past it. Think about stuff that happened in your past and you didn't have the whole story, and then you reacted, and a couple of years later maybe you bumped into that person and you get a different side of the story and like, oh, okay, that's what was happening. That was going on. I had a friend one time and her sister was talking about babies and she was just like so offended by it. And I could not understand for the love of me why she was so offended. And then I found out like a couple of weeks later, like she was pregnant and it was offensive because her sister was reacting in a way that was like a little bit jealous instead of supportive. And I didn't have the full picture then, so I didn't understand where she was coming from. But once I had it, I put the puzzle pieces together and it flipped how now I understood better where she was coming from. So the universe and your higher self is asking you to do that. And it's no easy task, especially if it's a situation that left you hurt and scarred with pain. But if you're still feeling that hurt, if you still feel scarred, you still feel pain, holding on to resentment and being upset about it and bottling it in is not the way to release it. So your higher self in the universe is definitely calling for you to look at this situation, bring love, bring compassion, bring a different point of view to it. And that's going to help you release it. And it's going to help you get to a level of with another friend or another situation is going to help you evolve and jump timelines or frequencies. There's lots of different beliefs. I'm going to shuffle some self-forgiveness card. You seem to be a very fierce person, pile number 1. Like you mean what you say what you mean. Feels like you stick by your word, you give loyalty, you expect nothing less. I'm going to take some tea. Hold on. Yeah, you expect nothing. You expect nothing less. There we go. I forgive myself for mistaking solitude for loneliness. I choose to believe that solitude is a transient state that gifts me with clarity when I fully embrace the experience of being with myself. Okay. Let's pull another self-forgiveness card. Okay. I feel like this one's going to resonate too, pile 1. I forgive myself for taking myself more seriously than is helpful to me. I choose to believe that when I allow myself to lighten up, my entire being becomes illuminated with the intuitive wisdom that aligns me with my highest potential. Yeah. Like I said, you feel like a very fierce person. Like you don't play no games. This is my turn. This is my contract. This is what I expect of my friendship. This is what I'm going to give. But the universe is asking for you. You're asking for your higher self is calling for you to open up and view something that happened to you in your past that was very painful, that you might have been extremely feel like you were so sure about. It's asking you to look at it a little bit differently, and it's asking you to bring love and compassion and forgiveness to that particular situation. And I'm not saying you have to like go out and make it right. It really is for you. Like, forgiveness really is for you. In my mind's eye, I just see like when you put forgiveness to a situation, it's just bringing down that resentment wall, or like you're taking a hammer like to it. That's how I see it. So forgiveness is for you. So can you find forgiveness in the situation? Not that you have to go out and make refriends or fix the situation, but in a way where it does not lie heavy on your heart, heavy in your subconscious, and it does not affect what you're trying to build now. Okay, Pile One, that's all I see for you. Thank you so much for clicking on my channel, and thank you for trusting me to read for you. Mwah. Hi, Pile number 2. If you were drawn to the Tiger card, the second sea urchin fossil, or the meditate and contemplate card, then this pile is for you. So, pile number 2. This tiger is staring us all down in the eyes, and this is you. This is you. This is how you stare down life, isn't it? Fast, fierce, fiery, on it, ready to go, ready to pounce, ready for the action. Ooh. So what is Pisces season having you deal with? Since it's such a slow, introspective season, meditate and contemplate. Pisces season is forcing you to get in touch with those emotions, isn't it? Yes. This is difficult. Yeah, you're on your way to perfecting something, to building something. You're at the precipice of something, and it feels like you want to go, 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 go. And Pisces season and the universe is telling you that you need to slow, 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 slow. And this is extremely difficult for you. You like to work. You like to be in the know and the now. You like to get things done fiercely, quickly. But Pisces season is about introspection. There's some things that constant movement and action just cannot fix. There's a new mental energy that's going to support what you want to do, what you build in, and you're not going to be able to, and I'm saying it really confidently, you're not going to be able to get to this new mental energy that is going to be so much more supportive of what you're trying to accomplish if you do not slow down. Where are these drives coming from? Where is this push coming from? Where is this constant going or achievement and building? Where is it really coming from? Your higher self in the universe is asking you to go inward and to really get to some of the deep, dark shadow side so you can see what some of your real motivations are. What are you pulling it towards? What are you running from? What is it? Is it coming from a deep-seated root of how you feel? Maybe if you're not doing something, you don't feel accomplished. Is it coming from school trauma? Maybe you were like the top of your class and you know what you had to do to get, or maybe it was the bottom of your class and you never want to be like that way again. Maybe you had really smart siblings. Like, it's going to be a lot for different people, but whatever is motivating you needs a little bit of tweaking. It's not about where you want to go. Your desires and your destiny is there for a reason. Your desires and your destinies is your soul's mission. how we're going to get there. What is the gasoline that's powering us? Are you being powered by trauma gasoline? Are you being powered by gasoline that's clean and healthy? Are you taking the time to check in with your body, to check in with your brain, to make sure things are still working? Are you under societal pressures instead? These aren't things that are necessarily even separate from each other, but it is things that the universe and your higher self and Pisces season is trying to slow you down and get to see that you should be questioning some of these things. Meditate and contemplate. What's on the back of this? Six of Pentacles. Yes. Let me just reiterate again. Your desires, what you want to build, what you see for your life is 100% valid. It's not being asked to reevaluate that. It's being asked to reevaluate on the ways that you push yourself, on the steps that you take, on the decisions that you make to get there. Some things need to be reflected upon, some things need to be contemplated, some things need to be X'd out, and some things need to be taken back in. But you must stop to even slow, so you got to slow down and you got to stop to be able to even embrace this new mental energy. Let's do a... Yeah. Pile number... I feel like you're very action oriented, and then like you do, like maybe there's like sometimes you're very action oriented, and sometimes you do, and then you probably sit back and be like, why did I do it that way? Or maybe there was a better way to get that done, or I really pushed through that. And there was a time in your life where that was helpful, or it was the way that you had to do things, but we just like we outgrow our clothes and our friends and our jobs, we outgrow the ways in which we used to act that was helpful to us as well. And it feels like you're just like at an outgrowth period. And instead of leaning more on the same of what you did in the past, it's time to, so I just keep hearing slow down. It's time to slow down. It's time to slow down and see if there's some new mental pathways, some new ways of doing it that is more conducive to like who you are right now and who your higher self is calling you to be. That was fast. Okay, so I forgive myself for feeling as though my safety is dependent on another's decision to show up as I think they should. I choose to believe that when I stop waiting for others to give me what I need and accept that responsibility, I discover a strength always available to me. And I'll do one more for you. Yeah, it's a deep-seated reason on why there's a deep-rooted reason. It could even be like you're breaking an ancestral and generational curses. Yeah, it could be like maybe that's how your family always got stuff done. It could be something that's been passed down through like your bloodline for generations and generations and generations. And no one ever questioned it. They just kept passing it down. And maybe you're the one that is going to sit here and contemplate. And you're going to accomplish great, amazing things. But the goal is also to be in alignment with your soul and your spirit, and be in alignment with Earth, be in line with the universe, not just to get it done and have like check marks and be able to say I did this at the end of the day. That's why sometimes the richest people aren't really the happiest people, is because maybe they did get it done at the end of the day, but they probably didn't do it in a way that was aligned and made them happy, and that their soul and their higher self was proud of. I forgive myself for taking the safe path others have suggested instead of trusting my own unique journey. I choose to believe that I'm exactly where I need to be, and it's never too late to begin exploring the spaces in which I feel the most vibrant and free. Oh, please take a picture of that pile number 2. I would screenshot that. That is beautiful. You are so worthy of making your own path. It's right here. The Ace of Swords is a new mental energy clarity. Look at the stairs to this light. Look at the sacred geometry symbols. It's right there for you. I'm not saying slow down like it's easy. It's hard. Dealing with your shadow is hard. But it's right here for you, pile number 2. And you're doing a fantastic job. You got it. You get to have your own path. You do not have to fire and barrel your way through someone else's trail. You can make your own. All right. That's all I see for you. Thank you so much for clicking on my channel, and thank you for trusting me to read for you. Mwah.